Hello, this is a video for basic salsa moves. They are ladies styling. Okay, so it's not basic salsa as you're dancing with your partner, it's when your partner releases you to do your own styling. Okay, so this is just one move. This is not a whole routine. This is just one move that I want to teach you. And it's this one. It's basically turning round like so. Okay, it may look really simple, it may look really basic, but I've had a lot of ladies come up to me and ask me how I do that. How do you do that? How do you move like that? How do you get your hips to move round? So I'm just going to show you again. There you go. You may have a hip that you prefer to move on. Now for me, I prefer to move from the left. That's just how I naturally feel I want to move. If I try it from the right, as you can see, it doesn't look the same. So I'm going to show you from the right and you'll see how I have a preference. You may not, or you may have, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like from the other leg. See, it doesn't work the same way. Okay, so my preference seems to be that one. I don't know why. It's just the way my body's shaped or whatever. I don't know. So first things first. So you're doing a basic salsa move, and the partner you're dancing with lets you go and releases you, and he's doing his own whatever. I don't know. He's showing off. Doing it all this, and you're going to do yours. So one thing you can do, instead of, you might just want to do basic, and you might think, right, I'm bored of just doing mambo, I'm bored of just doing that, I'm bored of just doing a Susie Q, I want to do something a little bit different, and this is what this is. So what I do, and I have been taught this in a normal dance class, you put, say if you prefer the right or the left, it doesn't matter. For me it's the left. So the left hip, so I'm turning towards the left, and that's clockwise, I think. So what I do is my leg goes out. I don't know if you can see that, but my from my left hip, my left leg is going a little bit forward, not loads, don't stride too much, just a little bit of a stride, okay? You can put your hand on your hip to start with while you're learning, just to feel how it's moving. And then what you do is you're going to turn that way. So your hip leads and the rest of you follows, basically. So your hip, what you're doing is pushing your bum out. It sounds a bit rude, but push your bum out. And to start with, it's going to look a little silly. And the way I'm showing you, it's going to look like, well, that doesn't look right, but I'm showing you, I'm exaggerating the moves, okay. So you stick, so your leg goes out, and your hip, if you don't want to think of it as your bum sticking out, think of it as your hip sticking out, okay. So that hip. So basically, your hip, I'm just going to stand on one spot and do it so that you can see the movement. So basically, forget your bum, it's your hip that you're moving, not your bum, okay? Looks like your bum's moving, it is, but it's following your hip. So your hip is doing this. So all you're doing, just try it on one spot to start with. That's without your hand on your hip, and that's with your hand on your hip. So all you do is you're stepping forward first, a little bit at an angle, and then your hips moving. Once it's done one circle, you then step again, and then you do another circle, and then you step again. So all you're doing is step, step, circle, 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 step, circle. Okay, so step, circle, step, circle. Every time you've done a circle, you move again. Circle, step, circle. Okay, so that's how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it quickly so you can't see the step circle. It just looks like a flowy movement. But when you're first learning this, it may look a little bit disjointed and a bit like, oh, this doesn't look right. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. Keep doing what I've shown you. Leg out. You can try the hand on the hip to start with if it feels more comfortable, and you circle. Try it on one spot to start with. Just try not moving. And then you move. And then you just see how that feels and keep practicing. Thank you for listening.